Hey everybody, welcome to Gootzcast Nightly. It is Friday, 3/27, and we're here with the Smackdown report. I'm here live, not live, it's a tape, but I'm here with Andrew Lee. Andrew Lee, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you feeling, man? All right?
I feel punch drunk from the last few days of wrestling. How are you dealing with the quarantine? What have you been up to since Monday?
Still good. Still haven't left my house at all, but I like it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Been watching, a lot of wrestling, man. I started watching this show called Dave on FX. You watch that yet?
No, is it a wrestling show? Because it's the only show I
No.
watch.
It's about a Jewish guy who becomes a rapper. It's
Mhm.
funny, but it also makes me feel really old because
Why was that?
I don't know any of the rappers on the show.
So, well, when I was in my teens, I didn't know any of the rappers in any shows, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, it made me feel I relate to his parents the most, which is funny, but it's all right. But I've been all right, eating
I
well.
I have to tell you, this is a weird time for me with wrestling because every night I'm very excited for the wrestling show, and
Hmm.
then when I watch it, I am dreadfully bored and horrified by everything I'm seeing. But like I'm like right now, I am so excited for Monday because shit is so bad. But when I'm actually watching the show, I feel like my life is just ending like slowly. Do you agree with that?
This no, I don't. I'm actually this is probably an unpopular opinion, but I actually don't mind wrestling matches in an empty arena. I actually think sometimes it's better,
The
and it's
only the
well.
only sorry, what were you gonna say?
Go ahead. Well, it's partly because I don't. A lot of times wrestling audiences are kind of stupid
Mm-hmm.
and they'll chant things like, like "this is awesome" or "fight forever." You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's nice to just watch the wrestling matches. You
But I
know?
feel like stand up, I feel like a lot of what makes wrestling special is the wrestlers feeding off the crowd. And if there's no crowd there, it just feels like Dave Meltzer put a great, I hate Dave Meltzer. It just feels like a acrobatic rehearsal.
Okay, yes, I see your point in that, and yes, there are some times where I'm watching a really good match and I'm going like, if there was a crowd here, this would be unbelievable. Like I know that, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I don't mind it. Like it doesn't take away my enjoyment that there's no audience. For me,
Okay.
it's the same thing. It's fun.
Okay, let me just get this out of the way before we continue.
Hmm.
I know you're gonna
With
disagree.
the yawn,
What?
with the yawn.
No, I'm just
Uh,
sorry, I just yawned. I've had a long night, even though I didn't. I think AEW, and you know me, I do not like AEW. I think they've done the best job of presenting a wrestling show with no crowd, and I think NXT this week was fucking horrendous. What do you?
I disagree. I think NXT was the best show this week.
I think, and I could not barely pay. I felt like I was wasting my life watching
What are
NXT
you talking about?
play.
There was like 7 matches, bro, and they had um a nice little video for Dexter Loomis. They had an Io Sarai like
That's
surprise.
the guy. He was on TNA, right? He was
Yeah,
the Dexter guy.
it's the guy with the mustache. Yeah, and he's like a murderer kind of guy. They
And
had
Killer Cross had a video. I don't get why people like Killer Cross. Think he sucks.
Killer Cross is a little overrated, um,
Mhm.
but to say he sucks, I wouldn't say that. He's pretty. I think
I
he's
I
pretty
feel like
good.
Killer Cross. To me, Killer Cross is like a creator wrestler in like an '80s video game. Like if an '80s video game had to have like a wrestler boss and like Double Dragon, it would be Killer Cross.
Yeah, but what's wrong with '80s wrestlers? Look at Ziggy Dice. '80s is back, man. You
I
know?
think '80s has been over for quite some time.
I don't. I don't think he's like gonna like. I don't think he sucks, but I also don't think he's gonna be like this. Like he's gonna change. He's gonna move the. He's not
Yeah.
gonna move the needle. You know.
No, I think he's gonna wind up being like Bobby Roode or a Andrade type. I don't think he's gonna wind up being like a John Cena or a Bray Wyatt type. Um,
Yeah, possibly.
I'll just say this. AEW did the best job of acknowledging that like there's nobody in the building, and the only people that are watching this are fans at home, and this is fucking weird. I think AEW did a great job of doing that. I didn't feel like even like a lot of times in SmackDown tonight, especially during the Sasha and Bailey segment,
Oh,
I felt like this is fucking weird. Like
yeah,
this is
but
they come across as mentally ill.
NXT didn't have that same feel.
I
That
think it did.
SmackDown did.
I think
I
it did.
mean, dude, there was like no surprises in AEW. NXT this week had there was that even
I don't
surprise.
need surprises. I just need a good show.
I think it was a good show, and I think this like the ending for AEW for
Mhm.
me it fell flat. It just didn't. Nothing happened. It just was
I
like
was laughing the whole time. I had a good time
it
watching.
was. I liked it, but it was a little too long. And
I
I
love the
know that
fact that I love the fact that let's just so people don't know. I predicted AEW was going to be out of business by 2021, and you were like they're going to thrive. And the bet was whoever wins takes out a steak dinner. And I'm going to lose this bet if I win this argument with you right now. But I'm still
no,
fighting that AEW
no,
had a better show this week.
no. I think overall AEW Dynamite is on a week to week basis. They're usually the best show. I'm just
Hmm.
saying. And I'm not saying that the AEW Dynamite this week stunk. It was actually very good. I just thought NXT was slightly better. But you will definitely have to buy me a steak dinner, dude. They already got a huge TV contract.
Well, I'll just say this: if Corona doesn't go away, neither one of us are going to get steak dinner. Because number
No,
one, we're not going to be able to go to a restaurant, and number
no.
two, both companies will be out of business.
We'll
But
also be dead,
well,
probably.
and we'll also all be dead. So
Mhm.
let's review SmackDown.
Yes,
This was
you
very
mentioned.
peculiar. This was a very weird episode, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Ryan Satin, who was the one who broke the Roman Reigns news. It wasn't Dave Meltzer. It wasn't Ray Keller. Ryan Satin broke the news, and Ryan Satin is a WWE puppet. So for him to break that news last night, I'm like, all right, WWE clearly fed him that story, right? But then they do this show tonight where they don't acknowledge that Roman Reigns is out of the show, which I thought was very fucking weird. Clearly, Ryan Satin was given the go ahead by Vince to run that story because he's Vince's bitch at this point, and we all know that. But why would you not acknowledge it tonight and build up hype for Braun Strowman versus Goldberg, which, spoiler alert, is the match that actually winds up being.
You got to give people warnings when you do spoilers like that.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying, like, because I don't want. Listen,
I don't care.
I
I
don't
don't
want some
care.
fucking idiot being like, I'm so excited for Roman and Goldberg, and then like he tunes in WrestleMania next weekend, and it's fucking Braun Strowman versus Goldberg. They
Yeah, but
should tonight should have shot an angle that said, hey, just so you know, it's Braun Strowman Goldberg.
that's WWE's MO. That's what they always do.
But then why plant that story to Ryan Satin?
Because that's just what WWE does. They'll do stupid things like that, and then they still won't reveal it on their own TV for whatever reason. Maybe they're hoping people will tune in thinking that Roman Reigns. They're like, oh well, not everybody's gonna listen to that Ryan Satin guy. And I don't know this, but they always do stuff like this. They'll promote a match for next week, and then next week they'll never do that match. You
Yeah,
know?
they promoted a match that the entire world knows is not happening. I mean, ESPN has covered it. It's
I know.
not like just Dave Meltzer, right? ESPN covered the story. Sports Illustrated covered the story. People know that Roman Reigns is not going to wrestle at WrestleMania.
Unless unless this whole thing is a work, and there you're gonna swerve everybody.
I don't think so because
No, because they're not that smart.
well, also I don't think Roman Reigns is that stupid to like work. Because if Roman Reigns did work everybody, nobody would have any sympathy for him ever again. I do
Nobody
think
has
Roman.
sympathy right now. Might as well.
Why? I do think Roman Reigns is smart enough to be like, I have leukemia. I shouldn't be wrestling. I think he's smart enough to say that.
You know what he should do? He should just become a heel, where in every promo he gives, he rubs that in.
I have leukemia. I'm not wrestling.
I have leukemia. like he should bring it up every single time.
So let's
to piss people off.
so let's go over segment. This is a SmackDown review. Let's go over
Yeah.
segment by segment.
Start
The opening segment was fucking atrocious
Oh,
because again they pretended like people were there. However, Sasha Banks has never looked better than she has right now. Here's my thing with Sasha Banks. I just want to say this: Sasha Banks, when she isn't speaking and she just walks out, looks like the biggest star they could ever have. And the minute they put a microphone in front of her, she comes across as if she's mentally ill and has zero talent. Your thoughts on this?
so it starts off with Bailey and Sasha Banks coming out, and their music hits, they walk to the ring, they have microphones, and like they're acting like there's people in the audience.
Oh God.
Oh my God, dude, this was okay. So this is the first SmackDown I've watched close to real time where
Okay.
I didn't fast because like normally I fast forward everything, right? This was so awful, man. And then what's her name? Lacey
Lacey
Evans.
Evans is also terrible.
I don't understand her. This was so embarrassing to watch.
It was.
It was very embarrassing. All the women in the match came out one by one. Their music hits, the whole typical thing. I'm trying to speak. Somebody's entrance music hits. They come in. They're trying to speak. Someone's entrance music hits. They come out. And if you are not a wrestling fan, just turn this on. It's really embarrassing. You would be like, "What the hell?"
Oh, so Ray DeVito was with me, and he did not know there was no crowd tonight, and he's watching this and being like, "What is this? This is horrendous." And PJ, you know PJ Ramos, right?
Yeah.
PJ texted me, "I just put on SmackDown. What the fuck is this?"
Dude,
It comes across so bad. It comes across so tone deaf that these people are acting like these people are not acting like they're in an empty building. They're doing the goofiest shit, and it comes across there's an audience there. But I mean, I feel like we said this on Monday, but this was just fucking horrendous. This was
you know what,
really
you know what the
horrendous.
worst part is?
Mm.
That was not even the most embarrassing thing tonight.
Okay,
That's what makes it even worse.
I
It
know.
was not even the worst thing tonight. So
I'm curious what you think is worse, but we'll get there.
yeah,
Let's
we'll
keep
get there.
moving.
Trust me,
Let's
it's
keep
coming.
moving. What was next? Was it Daniel Bryan? No, was it Drew Gulak versus Shinsuke?
Drew Gulak versus Shinsuke Nakamura. If Drew Gulak wins, Daniel Bryan gets a title shot for the Intercontinental title against
Sami Zayn.
which is very weird, but okay. Drew Gulak had brand new gear. I love his jacket, his like orange jacket, and his gear is now like orange, black, and white. It's everything. It looks great. I thought it looked good. The match was all right. It wasn't a bad match. It was a little bit of the bullshit ending, but now Daniel Bryan gets a title shot at WrestleMania against Sami Zayn, and which that should be a good match.
Yeah, I
Daniel,
thought it was a little. I thought it was very. I thought it was a little bit too short. I feel like if Shinsuke not look, here's the deal. They haven't. They've kind of presented Drew Gulak before this as kind of a goofball, and Shinsuke is a Royal Rumble winner and in theory main event at WrestleMania. I think if Drew Gulak was going to beat him, it needed to be a little bit longer, more competitive, just to get Drew over at the very
yeah,
least.
he's
But it was fine.
yeah, he's starting to get. I mean, there's no crowd. I feel really bad because I wish there was a crowd for him because
Mhm.
this is like the biggest thing that's happening with Drew Gulak.
I do feel like the only reason Daniel Bryan is still shooting up for this shit show is because he's trying with all his strength to get over Drew Gulak, so that when crowds do come back, they love the shit out of this guy. I think
Yeah,
he's trying to be like, I'm transferring my powers to you.
they look like they're brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do feel like I do feel like Daniel Bryan is like, you are going to be the new me. Here is everything I can do for you. You know,
I think so too, and I'm okay with that. I like
I'm
that a
okay
lot.
with that. I like Drew Gulak, but
Yeah,
I do think the match could have been better.
yeah.
I am excited for you. I do think Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, if Sami Zayn is healthy, because there's still rumors that he's not healthy. I do think if Sami Zayn is healthy and they have a match, it could steal both nights.
Yes. I mean, I don't think anyone's
They
gonna.
are presenting Sami Zayn like he's Bobby the Brain Heenan, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, he's not bad on commentary either. I thought Sami Zayn was okay in commentary. All right, so the next thing they had after that was an Otis Dolph little backstage thing
I
where
liked it.
they actually set up the WrestleMania match, which I believe you did mention that's probably how it's going to go on Monday.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
which is,
said to you on the phone yesterday. Yes.
I rather they do stuff like that than the ring stuff.
Yes.
Do it in
That
the just
Otis looked very good in this segment.
yeah. He looked like he wanted to kick his ass. You know,
Hmm.
and people are holding him back. Adam Pierce, everyone's holding him. That's the way it should be, you know?
Yeah.
Right after, I mean, you want anything else you want to add for that?
No, I thought it was great. I thought both of them played their parts very well.
Yeah, and it was followed right by the most embarrassing thing I saw tonight was the Elias King Corbin thing.
Oh,
It
that's dumb.
was
That's dumb.
so embarrassing.
Hmm.
Why why is he still wearing a crown? It's like, why does he have to literally be a king? I don't get that.
I don't get it either. I think it's stupid. I think their feud is weird. I think they're hurting both guys, but you know what? It is what it is, and at least it was brief.
That thing where brief, that wasn't brief.
It felt brief to me. Maybe Ray DeVito was ranting and raving, but
Oh
it
man, there
felt
was a
brief.
thing. What did Ray say about this?
He at that point because they had a commercial Ron he hates the Patriots, and apparently Ron Gronkowski has done stand up, so he asked me to mute the show and put Ron Gronkowski stand up on my laptop, which I did, which was fucking horrendous. If you want to see the worst stand up possible, Google on YouTube Ron Gronkowski stand up. Wow,
That's
all it is him bragging how much women want to fuck him for 10 minutes.
jeez.
Yeah, so I watched that.
That's
So.
super relatable. I'm like that.
Yeah, what a fucking superstar Ron Gronkowski is.
When Elias was on that elevated like podium thing at the performance center, and then Corbin's like trying to knock him off, and then they have that fake ball with the stupid camera angle and stuff. It
Hmm.
was so cheesy. Oh, so
Yeah.
bad. Oh, it was really bad.
Was
And
Alexa Bliss next?
yes, with Asuka, which I thought the match was okay.
I thought it was good. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
If this had been 2 years ago and Alexa Bliss beat Asuka cleanly, I would have been livid. However, they have done so much damage to Asuka, and
Mm,
Alexa Bliss does not annoy me like she used to. And they are so fucked regardless. They could start booking Asuka. They could have Asuka win the men's title tomorrow, and they would still be beyond fucked. I didn't mind this segment. I thought the match was fine. I thought Alexa Bliss earned her victory. I
she
thought,
beat
and I
her, she beat her with a DDT too, just like a nothing,
yeah,
like a boom, a DDT, and I beat you. It was
yeah, but
like,
I didn't get mad because I thought the match was good, and I also thought what's her name, Nikki Cross was good on commentary,
yeah,
and Alexa Bliss doesn't annoy me as much as she used to 2 years ago.
this wasn't like a
Connecting
match
to
where
Wi-Fi.
who's that?
What the fuck? Alexa, shut the fuck up. It was my Alexa,
Because we're
but I
saying,
kept saying Alexa. Thought I
yeah.
was trying to tell her what to do. I'll just say Bliss from now on.
Yeah. So okay, so Bliss versus Asuka, it was nothing about this match I hated. I liked it. It was good. The commentary was okay. Alexa Bliss, man, did that one where she twisted that arm and then she dropped Asuka around the apron. Oof, that was brutal.
That was
Yeah, it was good, but yeah, it wasn't like a match that like it's like a classic, but for a
it
TV match,
was
pretty good. Good
it
TV match.
was it was fine. It was fine. I enjoyed seeing Alexa Bliss on my TV. I enjoyed seeing Asuka.
Yeah.
I enjoyed seeing Nikki Cross. Michael Cole was funny. It was
Yeah,
fun.
Michael Cole was good. Michael
Yeah.
Cole was, by the way, Michael Cole, if anybody didn't watch it, he was the only commentator, but he had guest commentators sitting
Mhm.
next to him during the matches. And I thought Michael Cole, who's oftentimes painted like an idiot, he's actually not. He
He's
was
doing a
fine.
good job.
He's doing a good job.
Mhm.
Um, does Asuka like pretend to play the piano when she's dancing?
Asuka's doing some weird shit. I think they're gonna do something wacky with Asuka when the Corona dies out. I definitely think. Here's the thing. This is my thing with Asuka. Even though she's losing a lot more, I feel like Vince is behind her more. I feel
Yeah,
like Vince is like
yeah, they put
getting
on
her
commentary.
and getting how wacky and how good she is,
Mhm.
which is odd to say. I do feel like the company's behind her more, so that's why I don't mind her losing to Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, and it looks like Asuka sounds. It seems like she's game for anything. Like she doesn't really.
Yeah,
She's
I
like, yeah,
feel
whatever
like
you have
she's.
to do.
I feel like they're all on the same page,
Yeah,
which we'll see if this how that plays out for her because we all might die. But if we don't die, I think she has. I think she has a future ahead. I think Vince is going to use her for years to come. We'll see.
did this set up a tag team match for WrestleMania?
I think it does. Yes.
Then where was Kyrie Sane then? How come she didn't
Probably
show
she
up?
has Corona. I don't know.
Because like it's
That
supposed to
that
be
is true. I don't know.
Kyrie.
Maybe they'll just do another. Maybe they'll just do another singles match at Mania. I don't know. It's weird that Carrie Sane wasn't there.
Yeah, Yeah, because like it was like they kept mentioning the tag. They kept saying that this was for a chance to like a match. If
Mm,
Alexa won, they're gonna get a tag team.
maybe they filmed this on Monday and Kerry Sane didn't get to Orlando Tuesday, Wednesday.
I see. Okay, all right, that's possible.
That's
Okay,
possible. I'm just throwing things out.
yeah.
So next up was Triple H Roman Reigns, correct?
But before that, they had a Usos promo in the back, which
Which
was
I
good.
thought was good.
Yeah, it was short. It's
Hmm.
them just doing that semi-rap promo.
Hmm.
It's backstage. You're just looking right at the camera. That's exactly what you need to do. It's perfect. Then they they showed Gronk, and then I want to call him Bonk.
That would be a
From
better name.
Bonk from like TurboGrafx 16.
Hmm.
Bonk, and then they had the WrestleMania 2016 Triple H versus Roman Reigns match, which I did not ever watch this match. So this is my first time seeing this match.
What'd you think?
The match itself wasn't. It was just okay because they did cut parts of the match out.
Well,
Sure.
here's my thing with Roman Reigns.
Mhm.
At the time, when that match was going on, and the same thing in 2017, 2018, I was fucking annoyed and bored, and I was like, what, this match is terrible. But now that I don't, 4 years removed, if you watch Roman Reigns with no like, oh, why is this guy always getting pushed bullshit? You're just watching the match in a bubble. He's actually pretty good. Like
Yeah,
in 2016, his shit is really good. He knows what the fuck he's doing. You don't notice that back then because you're just like, why is the world revolve around this guy?
Mhm.
But when you watch the match in a vacuum, you're like, all right, this is pretty good.
Yeah. What the worst part about this whole thing was Stephanie's intro.
Yeah.
It was, dude. It was so bad. Her voice,
Hmm.
it just sounds so terrible that it instantly made me not want to watch the match
Yeah.
from that intro.
This
But
is
then,
this is the end. This is the end of the authority storyline. After
uh,
this, like Shane and Stephanie break up the company, but the authority storyline went from like 2013 to this match, and this is when Roman Reigns destroyed the
three
authority.
years, 3 years, their storyline. God,
It was so fun. I will never forget. I was like, wow, because they only got shown up once by Sting and John Cena, and they immediately a month later they came back, and then they beat up Sting. And I'm like, even Vince McMahon was shown to be an idiot during his storyline, and the Authority just went on and on and on and on. And
you know, this match wasn't bad, but
no,
it
it
wasn't
wasn't.
amazing either. But one thing I noticed after watching this match, and then right after that, after match they had Triple H come out and give like talk about the match a little bit. One thing I noticed is that I don't think I ever want to see Triple H on the TV anymore. Not that I don't like him or anything, but I just like I'm just kind of done
Well,
seeing.
no, I think Triple H should be like Jesse Ventura. What I mean by that is he should be a guy they go to for, like, hey, who do you think's gonna win? I'm sorry, Drew Gulak or Sami Zayn, or he should be like the host of like a primetime wrestling show or a commentator. But I don't want to see Triple H. I don't want to see Triple H versus like Tommaso Ciampa next year at Mania. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that.
I saw a lot of Triple H this week. He was on
Mm-hmm.
NXT. He was on today tonight. I just don't want to see him anymore. He just takes away. They're always talking about we got to push these younger guys and stuff. I'm like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but you're also then what the fuck are you doing out here? Like
But you
you're
know what? I like Triple H as a Jesse, but see, like I like him as a Jesse Ventura slash Bobby Heenan slash Bruto Sammartino character, where he's like, I've done it all, I've seen it all, and here's my opinion. If they keep him like that, I'm fine with it. You know?
no, I don't even like. If you're gonna do that, I need you to be on TV way, way, way less. Like
Well,
the
I
way
think he should be like,
you
I think he should just be on the pay per views with his opinions. Yes, I agree.
yeah, I just don't want to see him anymore. I just feel like he, in a way, kind of distracts from all the younger guys, and he, in a way, he still tries to put himself over.
Big times, yes,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's super annoying. On commentary, he put himself over. Did you watch NXT where he was in between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, and he
Hmm.
still managed to make Johnny Gargano look stupid? because he wanted to make himself look good. So when he goes, all right, when do you want to do this? You want to do this right now? And Johnny Gargano's like, no, not right now. But of course it's not right now. He knows that this is supposed to be, but Triple H set him up to look like an idiot. To say
No,
like,
I know.
Triple H knows it's not supposed to be right now, but he fucking had to feed him that line because he wanted to make it like
But also, I think he's also trying to show that Gargano is a cowardly heel. He's not like the brave baby face we know him to be.
maybe I just don't want to see Triple H anymore. It's just done. It's just like, dude,
By the way, if life is back to normal in 2021 and we actually have WrestleMania in LA, we're gonna see Triple H
oh
versus AJ Styles or something, or fucking
yeah,
Drew McIntyre. We're gonna see that match.
yeah. I'm just
Part of me thinks that Triple H saw the news about Corona in like January or February, and like Vince was like, "Oh, so you want to have your match? Like, who do you want to wrestle this year? Do you want to wrestle Daniel Bryan, or do you want to wrestle like John Morrison?" And he was like, "I'll just sit this one out. I want the younger guys to shine." But he probably knew like, "Oh, this could be a health scare. I don't even want to put myself at the card."
yeah. Triple H next year is gonna be like, give me Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's gonna put himself over or something like that. I'm just done with Triple H. We just need to see less of him, you know.
Mm-hmm. So after our flashback, we had the Firefly Funhouse. What did you think?
Actually, right after that, there was a New Day promo.
Oh yeah, that sucked.
And then right after that, there was an Otis. No, not an Otis. There was a
Mandy.
Dolph Ziggler and Mandy thing.
I like that
because that built up. It was basically Mandy going to there. She is dating Dolph, and she's basically saying, "Hey, you shouldn't have done that thing with Otis." And he was like, "Yeah, you're right. It's a little mean, but don't worry, it's gonna be behind this. I'm gonna win that match." So it's kind of building up that even though she's dating Dolph, she's not 100% behind what he's doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. It was short. It was backstage, and it's leading somewhere. So I liked it. And then we go to the Firefly Funhouse thing. What did you think?
I liked it. I liked the fact that it's setting up the wacky match between Cena and Bray. I liked it.
So this is the first Firefly Funhouse thing I've seen since it first started, right? Because I just fast forward to all of them.
Hey, bro.
And it starts off super, super cheesy and super hokey, but by the end,
it was good.
It just takes like a really creepy turn that makes it just the juxtaposing of those two makes it a decent. I know there's gonna be some people who hate it, because like these are the same people who would hate the Matt Hardy stuff, you know, because it's like this is what the fuck is this, you know, but. You know what? It is what it is. I like it. It's fine. It's fine.
I like it.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then we get to the last match, the main event, if you will.
Yeah, Usos versus New Day, which as soon as I saw those two guys, Miz and Morrison, outside doing commentary, I knew this was going to be a bullshit finish, which it was. I hate bullshit finishes. It's like you're wasting my time. I'm watching this whole thing for no reason. And they basically set up it's going to be a three-way dance for the tag titles, which you knew was going to happen because everybody has to be on WrestleMania.
Well, no, the Usos won.
No, it was a DQ.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure the Usos won. I saw Michael Cole say that. I'll tell you right now. I'm going to go to WrestlingObserver.com, Dave Meltzer website.
You said it.
What? Did you just call Dave Meltzer a racist?
No, I called him a sexist. No, I didn't. He's not a sexist.
He was defending Japan for reopening. He is such a weird guy with Japan. Anyway, hold on. He's like a reverse racist.
He's a weeb. You know what a weeb is, right?
What's that?
A weeb is people who are not Japanese, who are like really Japanese culture.
Yes, you're right. It's gonna be a three-way dance.
Yeah, which I knew that was gonna happen. Ugh.
But I heard because Miz was sick, it's gonna be John Morrison versus one of the Usos versus Kofi for the tag belts.
Wait, what?
Because the Miz reveals that he has 160-degree fever. He gets sent home. Roman bails out. A bunch of other wrestlers bail out. And the match later, right when we get to Mania, is one Uso versus Kofi versus John Morrison for the belts.
So it's still a three-way, but minus one tag partner for each team, and
I
it's
think they
still
could be better. I think John Morrison could shine more like that. So
yeah. I mean, but it's for the tag. All right, whatever.
whatever. At
Strange.
this point, it's like
It is what it is. Yeah,
it
and
is
that's
what
how
it
it
is.
ended.
So I thought
Got
it
it.
was it had some good moments, but at the same time I think it's very counterproductive to keep promoting that the Miz is gonna be there, to keep promoting that Roman is gonna be there when it's out in the open today that they are not. And I think that they are doing long term damage to WrestleMania, to SmackDown, to WWE. And I also think they should stop doing after WrestleMania. They need to stop doing these live shows. They need to take a hiatus until the world gets back to normal.
Today's show wasn't live.
I mean, they don't. No more matches. It needs to be somebody in the studio showing you best
I
ofs
I
until the world gets
think
back.
after WrestleMania, it's probably gonna be.
It has to be.
But
It's
and there's one more Friday. There's one more SmackDown.
they filmed everything up until the day after Mania. I heard.
Yeah. So I feel like because there's one more SmackDown, they're gonna resolve all the storyline issues leading up to WrestleMania at this last SmackDown.
I just would have announced Braun Strowman Goldberg tonight rather than. But it is whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
If you announce it next week, you literally only have 24 hours to promote that match. But fine, whatever. I don't care. It's not my company. I'm not the one
Yeah.
who has.
Yeah. I mean, if it was,
Then 205 Live,
hmm?
which I thought was the best show of the week.
um, it's not the best show of the week, but if you like just straight
God.
wrestling, it's a really good show.
I
Yeah.
thought the wrestlers did a good job of wrestling an empty arena and not acting like there were people there.
Yeah.
The second Tony Nese match of the week, which is insane. This guy's wrestling all over the place.
Wait, what was his first match?
He wrestled on
Oh,
Raw. I
NXT.
was on NXT. I'm sorry, not
Yeah,
Raw.
yeah, yeah.
NXT.
Yeah, Tony Nese is good. He's got good gear too.
Yeah, did
Um,
he wrestle Cameron Grimes on?
yeah,
NXT?
he did. That was an amazing match. Oof.
Yeah, so I think Tony Nese has a handle on wrestling in an empty building,
Mhm.
and same thing with DJZ and
Yeah,
who was the other guy?
Team Wild versus Swerve Scott, which was the Isaiah Scott was the first match. This was a good match. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they won with a crazy finish. Did you see
They
that?
did.
It
Yeah.
looked like a reverse Michinoku driver, and then then after that they showed the Jordan Devlin, the ending of the Jordan Devlin Travis Banks match from NXT UK. By the way, NXT UK this week is pretty good. If you the opening tag match, Marcel Bartel did he did some beautiful mat work. It was some of the best mat work I've ever seen. You gotta watch it. He ties up these guys in a leg lock only using his foot, and then he like maintains it even though the guy's trying to kick him out of it. It was beautiful. But then Jordan Devlin fought Travis Banks, which was a decent match, but they showed the ending of that, and then they had the Nice versus Oni Lorcan's match to end this. The only thing bad about 205 is the two guys on commentary don't have any chemistry.
They don't. I think it's mainly Aiden English's fault. I don't think Aiden English is a good commentator. I don't think he's good at anything.
Actually a bad commentator. He was a little better this week, but he's actually a bad commentator. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Here's the thing. This is a weird time for me as a wrestling fan because I'm watching more wrestling than ever before, and I'm watching the live
Why?
shows, and I'm excited. I was excited for SmackDown all day long, but it's fucking trash, and it's gonna keep being trash. But it's just like we are in such. This goes for the entire world, not just wrestling. Stand up, movies, politics. We are in such uncharted waters with this pandemic that it is both fascinating and interesting to see every night what WWE and AEW and all the other companies are doing because it's like they've never been in this situation before, and WWE keeps fucking it up horrendously, and I can't get enough. And I hate the shows when I'm watching them, but I'm excited for Raw.
Yeah, because we know, you know why? Because we know ahead of time that it's gonna be still something new.
Something interesting. It's just this has
Yeah.
never been done before.
Here's the thing. I know WrestleMania is building up to be sounding like really bad, but because it is, I have a desire to watch it.
Oh, I can't wait. I am going to be. I had a
Like,
friend who doesn't like wrestling call me up, and he goes like, "What are you doing for WrestleMania? I want to see it because I've heard nothing but horrible things." And I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah,
come by. Fuck it. Just sit
yeah,
away from me."
I want to watch it because I feel like I need to see what's gonna happen. Because like, it's like we don't. I don't know. I want to see how bad it's gonna be.
I think that for the next 30 years, we're gonna have podcasts and documentaries and shoot interviews about this week, and it's going to go down at like at the same thing as people talk about the Montreal screw job and Austin walking out and the NWO forming and Chris Benoit storming out of
Oh,
WCW.
I thought you were gonna mention
Well,
that.
the other Owen Hart dying even. I think like all those big moments this week is going to be talked about just like that. And I think this is my other thing. I think that the relationship between Roman and Vince is soured. And I would not be surprised if you see Roman Reigns the next year, year and a half in AEW. And I would not be surprised if he steps his game up to an incredible level where everybody that likes wrestling is like, I don't know why I underestimate this guy. He's fucking amazing.
I think I don't know if he's gonna go to AEW, but
I think Vince is going to sour on him because Vince is going to see what he pulled as a pussy move.
I could see him seeing that. But I
I
think
don't. I give him props, but I think Vince is like going to say to him, "Well, we're on a close set. It's Goldberg. I can make the match where you win with one spear. Why are you being like this?" And Roman and I give Roman all the credit in the world, and I think Roman is in the right because this disease is nothing to fuck with, especially if you have a weak immune system, which he does.
mhm.
Being like, absolutely not. I didn't know Miz was sick. This is I don't even know why I came down here.
He's really sick.
Miz had a 105-degree fever, and that's why Roman Reigns decided to pull out.
Holy crap! Is
Yeah,
he?
and they pulled Miz off WrestleMania. Miz didn't tell anybody, and you know, I give him because you know what, dude, like you could Roman could say fuck you, I'm not wrestling ever again for WWE, and live off the money he's already made from 2012 to now, and take care of his family. But if he dies, he can't do that. And if he dies wrestling Goldberg because Miz is a fucking idiot, I give him credit. However, I don't think Vince will give him the credit, and I think Vince will hold this against him.
I think what do you call it? I think Vince is gonna replace Roman Reigns with Lars Sullivan. I think this is where Lars Sullivan comes and shines. He's gonna be the
I,
next big guy.
I think if we get back to normal, I think Roman Reigns will be at the level of I'm trying to think here of like Ricky Steamboat was in relation to Hogan. Like he was always like, okay, Ricky Steamboat is like near the top, but he's not the top. Hogan's the top, you know? And I think
Yeah.
that's where Roman Reigns will stay if he sticks around. And I don't know if I see him sticking around. I think this might cause a rift between him and Vince. So
Oh, there's so I'm reading it now. Not only Miz, but Bobby Lashley might be sick too.
yeah, and I also heard Edge, but some people saying Edge did not pull out. They actually filmed the match. I heard Goldberg wanted to leave, but Vince talked him into it. Let me ask you a question: who would you have win, Braun Strowman or Goldberg?
Braun.
I'd have Goldberg.
No, I would have Braun win it. Braun,
Do
because
you
you
know
could.
why? Do you know why I'd have Goldberg win?
Why?
Because I would build Roman Reigns Goldberg for Survivor Series and make Survivor Series WrestleMania for this year, and then have Roman Reigns beat Goldberg.
Um, yeah, but there's a good chance this is not gonna get better at that until in October.
November.
October.
Yeah, that's true. But then what does it matter who has the belt? If it's Roman, if it's Goldberg or Braun Strowman or fucking Bruce Bar Beefcake, what does it matter? There's no company
Well,
then.
I think Vince doesn't care about their health ultimately, so he will put the title on Braun, and then make Braun do
Hmm.
empty arena matches every once in a while.
I think once we
No,
get
that's not
to
how
at the week after WrestleMania, this health thing is going to be out of the hands of people like Vince, Trump, and everybody, and even Tony Khan. I think that they need to stop doing also live AEW shows. I think they need to go to best of formats with Cody and Kenny in the studio.
Do you think Vince is gonna get sick?
I hope. Would be.
That's terrible.
I mean, it would. I mean, it would be the best thing.
Because if there were people sick, they're filming. That means there's a good chance a lot of people there got infected, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you that when we start the podcast. Alan sent me a crazy status.
You?
From I don't want to say who. Alan Finn sent me a crazy status from somebody. Cool. It's about comedy. I don't want to say who.
Oh, okay.
We'll put this on YouTube later. We'll talk about it when I shut this thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the deal, guys. I said 5 days a week, but next week, and let me see if you agree with me. We're gonna do 7 days a week. Monday, me and you will talk about Raw.
Okay.
Friday, SmackDown, but then Saturday and Sunday, I think we should do WrestleMania. What do you think?
How is that 5 days a week?
Because the other days I'm gonna have Shiva Mason and other.
Oh, no, I see what you're saying. Not with me, but like
just in general. Yeah, I'm gonna go 5 days a week next. I'm gonna go 7 days next week because next week is gonna be the week of weeks. It's gonna be very noteworthy. And do you agree with that?
Yeah.
You want to do 4 days?
Schedule. Oh yeah, it's empty, completely empty.
Yes, we are just sitting at home.
In the room every freaking day.
Let me tell you something, guys. Wrestling right now is very bad. It's very lame. But you're going to want to watch every second because people are going to be asking you about this era for decades to come. So
this is a historical era, 100%.
So yeah, so this is why I started doing this on YouTube. So no matter what, fucking watch it because you're gonna say I saw this live, even though it's not live. They taped it. You're gonna want to say I was a part of this, and I was like, what the fuck is Vince doing? And Tony Khan, for that matter.
I think everybody needs to watch WrestleMania.
Yes. There's never going to be another WrestleMania like this again. Unless...
Never going to see a wrestling event like this.
If he has to do WrestleMania again in a closed set in 2021, we are so fucked as a planet that it's not even going to matter. So hopefully this is the only one.
This is going to be... Like, Vince McMahon is so out of touch. Losing it that he is now giving his pride and joy WrestleMania. He's even turned that into a joke.
But I think this is my theory. I think Vince has insider info that there may not be a chance for him to have a public event until next year. So I think in his mind, he's like, I will end the storylines at WrestleMania. I will take time off. And when I can have events, I'll do a hard reboot. Because if you can't have a Raw until August, let's say you leave the belt on Goldberg, right? If you can't have a Raw or SmackDown till August, you can literally start the first SmackDown with whoever you want to be champion squashing Goldberg at the start of the show.
That's true.
So you know what I mean? And you can literally reset everything. And no one's going to be mad because people are just going to be so happy that there's live wrestling with a crowd again. So I think in his mind, he's like, I'm going to end all the storylines. I'm going to give all the matches people wanted. And when you can repackage if this coronavirus shuts down everything until this summer or this fall, you can repackage it. You can have AJ Styles as Duke the Dumpster Josie 2.0. You can have fucking... you can be you can change. You can have new commissioners. You can do whatever the fuck you want with both shows because so much time will have passed. So I think that's why he did this.
Bring back Lars Sullivan as the big dog. That's what I would do.
The big dog.
Yeah, Lars Sullivan is the big dog.
So yeah, I think he just wants to end all the current storylines, Mandy and Otis are together. Then when you pick, I think he wants to end all the current storylines and then restart them when Corona is defeated.
If WrestleMania ends everything, and let's just say they come back in September and everything's been rebooted, that would be the coolest thing ever.
That would be the best thing that could ever happen to them. Yeah. And that's why I don't think you need to have Goldberg lose. Like I said, you could have Goldberg come out in September and be like, who's next? And the Fiend comes out and squashes him and says, I'm a brand new Fiend, and just go. You know what I mean? And then Goldberg just goes home. Like you could do that if you want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even Roman Reigns could just walk out and squash Goldberg, or fucking Matt Riddle, whoever you want. It's a whole new world in September.
I don't think he's gonna do that, but I think that's nice fantasy. But he's not gonna do that.
But I do think he wants to end the storylines for now,
Yeah.
and then see what happens with the coronavirus.
Hey, what happened to the XFL? Is it over?
It's over, but they're going to do one next year. They made
Okay.
enough money to bring it back next year. So
Oh, good for him.
coronavirus actually probably saved them.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
All right, Andrew. Well, we did. Let's just review. Where can people find you on social media?
Oh, Andrew, son of Lee, on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the other dog? Where's my favorite dog? I don't like that one. I like the other one.
Jesus.
Yeah.
She's Matilda's over there. Sorry.
Oh.
Jasmine has to go to therapy now. But anyway, continue your plugs.
That's it. There's nothing. I have nothing to plug. I have nothing to plug. I'm not doing any shows right now.
Okay.
You know?
Well, we will be back Monday, so stay tuned to this YouTube channel.
Everyone's
and
safe,
we
please.
will be reviewing Raw. So thank you so much. This has been the first week of Gootzcast Nightly. I want to thank Andrew Lee. I want to thank Natalie Cuomo, Ashley Martins, and Alison Clem for all the fucking awesome content. And thank you, Andrew, for reviewing
I know
SmackDown.
those people.
You don't know Ashley. I hate you.
I know that person.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.